Sheikh Yousef, I've been thinking about something serious this time. If God is merciful and powerful, then why does He allow so much evil in the world? Wars, pain, injustice. Why doesn't He just stop it? That is one of the oldest questions, Charlie. But let's start with this. Do you think life is supposed to be perfect? Well, yeah. If God's in charge, shouldn't everything be good? If everything were good all the time, so how would we know what good even means? Think about it. We only understand life because you've seen darkness. We appreciate health because we have held pain. Without the contrast, there's no meaning. So you're saying evil helps us appreciate good. That still feels harsh. True, but look at it this way. When someone suffers and still stays patient, or when someone chooses kindness over cruelty, doesn't that reveal something beautiful about the human soul? Yeah, I guess it does. Exactly. That is part of the divine wisdom. Allah allows hardship not because He is cruel, but because through it we grow, we discover faith, courage, and compassion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "We'll surely test you with something of fear and hunger and loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good news to the patient." Notice, He said test, not punish. So the world's kind of like a giant exam again, huh? I'm starting to feel like life's one long test paper I didn't study for. You're not wrong, but this test isn't about information, it is about transformation, about how your heart reacts when things get tough. Allah can remove all pain instantly, but then there would be no patience, no forgiveness, no faith, and those are what make us human. Okay, but what about earthquakes or children suffering? They didn't choose that. How is that fair? That is where our vision is limited, Charlie. We see just one frame of the story, but Allah sees the whole movie. What looks like tragedy to us may lead to mercy we can't imagine. The Prophet ﷺ himself said, "No fatigue, nor disease, nor sorrow, nor sadness, nor hurt, nor distress befalls a human being, befalls a Muslim specifically because the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said the word Muslim, even if it were the prick he receives from the thorn, but that Allah expiates some of his sins for that." So even the pain of a thorn isn't wasted. So nothing bad really goes to waste. Exactly. In Allah's plan, every tear has a reason and every loss has a lesson. This life isn't heaven, it is the road to heaven. And on that road, pain shapes the soul, just like fire purifies gold. So maybe it is not about avoiding the pain, but about learning through it. Now you're getting it. Evil exists, not because God is absent, but because He is preparing us for something far better. A world without evil for those who proved faithful despite it. Okay, but just saying, if there is a no pain version of life later, I'd like an early access pass. Charlie, I'm starting to think you'd fail the patience test before it even starts. What? I'm very patient. Once waited a whole 5 minutes for my pizza to cool down before eating it. Remind me to never use you as an example of patience again.